So a woman who will just have small talk, but she sleeps on the couch some of the time or all the time, and she really doesn't want to talk about intimacy at all. So what do we need to know as men that maybe is not obvious, that's counterintuitive or a blind spot for us in that spot as a man?
Well, a couple things. If she's completely just closed off and not communicating at all, she's overloaded. And so space is the best thing to give her at that point. She needs her world to slow down. Women describe it to me as like everything is loud. Like
Yeah.
everything's loud. The house is loud, the kids are loud, my husband's loud, everybody wants a piece of me, and I can't let any of this go. You want to talk about sex? Really? And it's a defensive mechanism, and so I mean that would be one part of that component. We want to draw her out. We want to draw her out her emotions and all this kind of stuff. Meanwhile, she can't even identify which emotion she's feeling at the time because it's all in a tornado in her head, and so she feels very very pushed, just like her speakers are just on way too loud. I mean, that's one experience that I've gotten from women. Another is if they're dealing with a high degree of emotionality, they will look physically dead. I mean, just as a reaction to what I just described, and not want to respond. Again, giving her space is really really what she needs.
Let's say from there, right? What what might you see from a woman when she actually, in a flash of inspiration in that moment, wants to actually connect with you or wants to feel your masculine frame or wants to feel your care? And maybe that's only for 5 minutes and then it goes away or something. But
Uh,
what might you see from a woman who's just giving hints of that?
Eye contact, a willingness to be touched, anger, starting a fight, talking about something stupid that has absolutely nothing to do with anything. Any kind of reaching out. The reality is that if she's giving you any kind of energy, even if it's negative energy, that's a good sign because that means that she wants to connect in some way. Otherwise, she's in her world hiding, trying to make the world slow down. I don't want you to touch me. Yeah, she does. She wants to feel. Right now, she's just is expressing that in the way I feel right now, your touching me is going to put me over the edge. But it
Gotcha.
doesn't mean forever, and it doesn't mean you specifically. It means don't touch me. Like my world is already fucking overloaded enough. You know. I mean,
Yeah.
like I
So,
said, this is and I'm just talking from experience from talking to women. So
right. So, if tomorrow or this weekend said, "Hey, I've been thinking about how you said, you don't want me to touch you," and Joe asked, "What would happen if I touched your hand? What would happen if we sat by each other on the couch? What would happen for you?"
yeah,
Jason, how does that come across to you?
that comes across. I mean, that comes across really great. For one, you're inviting her into an experience, right? You're inviting her into a feminine space of experience of how this is gonna feel, flow, whatever. So even if it's an incredibly negative answer, this is gonna have a positive effect on her. In the fact that she's gonna dig into her feminine experience, right? Which will allow him later on in this relationship that he keeps this up to lead, to provide a framework for her. But that question is non-threatening.
Yeah, and my goal is to ask her what she envisions her experience would be if you do that.
Yeah.
What would happen for you if we did sit together on the couch?
Even a little bit more digging into intimacy is how would it feel if
How
we're
would it
sitting
feel
next?
if?
How would it feel if? I mean, just to put the feelings directly in there, that's even a little bit more closer intimacy wise. But those
Nice.
both those questions are beautiful. Those are non-threatening. They're gonna open her up to a feminine experience again. If she's yelling and screaming, that's a good sign.
Yeah, yeah, that's one thing that
So
guys, but it's not an obvious thing that when she's sharing a lot of expression, that's a good sign. So, how would you feel if? I love that.